if I was doing just it straight as a figure and the offering, so ahead of its time. And here, that joint we're still using, you know, 25 years later. Whoa, like that figure looks awesome. Really nice paintwork. I don't think anyone's taken credit for it. That is really, really next level. It's nice that, you know, it has extra hands that are already pre-attached. There's so much here, I just don't even know like where to start. Well done, Figma, well done. But if I had to give it a grade, like a 1 to 10, today, I'm doing something a little different. I'm reviewing a video game figure of a video game that I haven't played. And you're probably like, well, why are you into this Figma Link figure? It's all because of my son. My son, he's got a Switch. He watches YouTube videos. So he plays, you know, all the Link games on it. So like I sit there and watch him sometimes. So I'm just like, oh, why does Link have like that robot arm? And he goes through portals and all this thing. And he like explains it all to me. So one day he was watching YouTube and he's like, Dad, check this out. Now I'd gotten him, I think it's not Jazz, I think it's Jax. Jax does basic figures, so I got him a Link figure, it's just Link with a sword, and he loves that figure. But he came across this video of someone reviewing the Figma Link figure. And I watched the video with him, I'm like, whoa, like that figure looks awesome. And he was like, can I get that figure? And I started like looking on eBay and I saw like the secondary market price. I'm like, dude, this is a really expensive figure. It's an import figure. I was like, it's not really a figure like I want to get for an 8-year-old, you know, to play with. So luckily, I know Andrew over at Toyco on Facebook. That's where I get a lot of my import figures from. He actually had, you know, a couple left. So I said, I want one. He's like, do you want the regular or deluxe? I'm like, well, if I'm going to go all out. So I got the deluxe version. So this is the deluxe version. It was quite expensive. I think this figure was $150. So, but again, this is a big, giant import figure. And, you know, you can see it comes with a ton of stuff. And I just thought it looked so cool that I wanted to just take a peek at it. Now, yeah, I don't play video games. I wasn't a Zelda fan, but I am a toy fan. So to me, it was good enough to say, hey, let's get this. So let's give it a look. All right. So Figma does, just like other import stuff, their offering is fantastic. You know, the packaging is great. It's got this nice slip cover. One of my pet peeves about import stuff is all the glare, like they put the secondary tray covering and then all that cellophane and stuff over it. So it's like you can't see it, which is fine. You kind of know what you're buying. It's not like you're seeing this on the shelf saying, oh, what is that? But it's like I see it and I'm just like, oh man, I can't really see much in there. I guess I'm gonna have to open it. So, but yeah, the back shows like everything he could do. So there's like him and, you know, when he goes in those portals and, you know, he's got that robot arm I was talking about. People are gonna correct me. Like, it's not a robot arm. I know, it's just like, my son explained to me that he got that arm from somebody in the game. So I don't know. I'm strictly gonna review this as a toy fan and not as someone who is into the game. So just remember that when you watch this video, it's all about the toy, not the game. All right. Jeez, multiple trays of stuff. What has that new figure smell? All right, let's see what the figure's all about first. Okay, holy crap, this thing comes with a ton of stuff. There's so much in here. Like, I don't even know where to begin with this guy. So let me push some of this. Let's start with, obviously, the figure. Let me get these bibs off. I know these are made to protect the figures, but they're just annoying. But that's what you get when you buy import. All right, let's see. He is very nice. I mean, when you're getting import figures, they're kind of top quality, like drop down hips, like everything, you know, it's very smooth, you know, double knees. Paint apps are really nice, you know, like, geez, look at the paint. on those things on his belt. That's really nice paint work, you know, especially on his quiver. This is a cool figure. Very cool figure. Oh, that's interesting. So normally like the neck is on, like there's a ball at the bottom here, but instead it's just a post that posts in. Okay, that works. Oh wow, so the butterfly joints, normally butterfly joints just cut across. Watch this. Those butterfly joints move up and down. Wow, that's fancy. I kind of like that. Never seen that before. That's why it's cool getting these imports, because you end up like seeing things that haven't been done before. One of and I think I've mentioned it before, one thing on my toy career bucket list is I want to create a joint. I want to create a new joint that then becomes a standard. I think about whoever the person is that created double elbows or double knees, look, it's a standard now. It's, it was made in Spider-Man classics. That was kind of the first time we saw it. But I don't think anyone's taken credit for it yet, but I don't know if it was something they saw. You're talking about those figures were made in the year 2000 or 2001. And, it was so ahead of its time. And here, that joint we're still using, 25 years later. It's kind of crazy, but I want to create my own joint. But again, when you see import stuff, they kind of everything has kind of already been done. So it'll be hard to create your own joint. But the figure is awesome. Full split. He's got his ab crunch is a little minimal, but he's got his vest and straps on and stuff like that. But he's still really good. His arms are fantastic. Yeah, the figure's an A+. This is a great figure. Shoot, man, look, his ponytail moves. That's next level stuff right there. That is really, really next level. Because if you could see, the bottom piece of the hair is on it's its own piece. It's attached to the neck, so you can move with it. But having the ponytail move is ridiculous. That's crazy. Well done, Figma. Well done. Very, very cool figure. There's so much here, I just don't even know where to start. So he's got extra portraits that pop out. This is standard across import figures. It's instead of just doing an extra head. So the thing with imports, everything's a sharp edge. The hair, it's always sharp, but I have to get the neck out to then get the faceplate off. But all right, I don't want to break them, so I'm not going to change the faces out. But these import figures, they're very good at coming with instructions. Oh, look, they come with a bag like Mezco does to put your extra parts in, which is nice. All right, that's a catalog. But here, look at. So for an action figure shouldn't have an instruction sheet that is this ridiculous. But that's intense. That's really, really intense. But yeah, it kind of walks you through everything, which is nice because if you're getting an import for the first time, you're spending $150, you don't want to break it. So it's nice that they include these. Now it's all in Japanese or Chinese. Oh, this side's in American. Okay. So there's extra hands in here. And they do give you, which is nice, they give you extra joints in case you break them, because imports tend to be a little more fragile. So it's nice that they come with that. Extra hands. You can put all the extra hands on here. It comes with a figure stand, with an arm, which is nice. So you got your awesome figure here. It looks like this is a cape of some sort because it's got a hole in the back. So this must go over him like this. See, what I should have done was I should have brought my son in to tell me everything about this. But he's at school. So look, so now you got Link with his little hood and his cape on. But I don't have to look at the instructions on what this plastic piece is for. It looks like something attaches to it. So I don't know. Maybe a shield. Maybe you could attach a shield. No. Yeah, I don't know. Someone will correct me and be like, dude, you're reviewing this figure. You don't even know what it does. I don't know what it does. So this is me seeing it for the first time. But that's cool. But I like it. He's got this cape. All right, so there's cape. Looks like he's got a couple shields. I know in the game, like you pick up stuff along the way. So he's got his legendary shield and this shield. Now I know that, so this thing has, the instructions say what it does, but these little clear parts attach to the shield, I believe, or something else. I'll have to look at what these do. But very nice shield. Look at the deco work on that shield. That's really, really nice. That's intricate stuff. Same thing with like the printing on the soft goods. He's got these. These look like some sort of straps that attach to what? Oh, they attach to his glider. Okay, all right, so they attach down here. So this is cool. So this is where import stuff gets really, really nuts. Because, oh wait, yeah. Oh no, those are hands. All right, my bad. I know these attach. Oh, right, back here. Now I'm gonna make people mad, but I'm gonna call this his Fortnite glider because that's what it reminds me of. It's like when you deploy at the beginning of Fortnite. Now these are like just waiting to break. I could just feel it. But that's cool. But it's nice that, you know, it has extra hands that are already pre-attached to the glider. So you don't have to worry about like putting more hands on and then attaching the hands on. They're already attached. So he can just glide, which is nice. Because I've seen this in the game. I saw my son playing. I see the glider. But again, it's like Fortnite. All right, he's got his bow. I don't know if this is called the legendary bow, but I've seen this bow. Comes with a bow and an arrow. Oh, you can't put this. Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, wait. No, you can't. I thought maybe you could put this arrow in the quiver, but you can't. It's all right. His quiver's full of arrows. But even this arrow, man, the detailed work, like the level of detail even on the head of the arrow is fantastic. Bow's really nice. He's got his legendary sword. I bought my son. He came to one of the conventions I was doing, and someone was selling all those foam prop replicas, and the guy had the legendary sword and the shield and the sheath, and he bugged me, and I gave it, and I got it. But that's cool, man. Now, I think the legendary sword, right? Hasn't the legendary sword been in like every Zelda game?
Master Sword.
Or the Master Sword, that's what it's called. The Master Sword.
Also, I'm afraid you're going to get eaten up because the glider predates Fortnite, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it does?
I think so.
Cool. Hey, it's engagement, right? All right, so the sword goes on his back, which is really nice. Like that's the cool thing with these import figures is like everything works. Everything has a purpose. And that's like where I take a lot of inspiration from like on my stuff. Cuz I'm like I want everything to have a purpose. All right. Here's a robot arm. Again, I know it's not a robot arm. I know he gets it from somebody and it helps him do special things, but it's very nice that you can pop that arm off. And now he's got that one. So then we can change it out, swap out the hand. Be careful, guys, with import figures. The joints are very, very small. But there he is. I love it. It looks great. What else? This big blast. Okay, so this blast probably goes into the rocket. And then the rocket goes on Link's back, so he could become the Rocketeer. Look at that. See, I didn't know, like, you know, the Zelda games got really, like, sci-fi with like tech. Like my son was playing and all of a sudden like Link pulls out almost like an iPad. And I'm like, what is this? He's like, oh, that's my so-and-so. And I'm like, I didn't know Link had an iPad. Okay. I know. I'm going to get corrected again. I said in the video, I don't know anything about this stuff. But someone's going to be like, it's called this. Okay. I did see my son use this in the game. Just bash dudes around, which is cool. Let's put a giant rock on a stick. I don't know if that stick would hold up, but... And look here, see? This is why imports are great. Because they knew that you'd have trouble, like, getting the hand around, they made that a separate part, so you could just slip the hand on and then put that on. And now you're good. Instead of trying to, like, wrap the hand around that. So, very nice. Now here, last thing, this is his portal. Let me see how I can get him out. Well, that came out very easy. That's cool. Link doing his portal jumps. I love it. That's really nice. Very cool. Man, now I'm like, I kind of want to play the game. Maybe I'll take my son's Switch and I'll play because I'm like, this it looks cool what he's playing and stuff. But this is, man, you know, to do a figure this level, what I want to know is, you know, I've always felt that, you know, I worked on video game properties before. I worked on Fortnite when I was at Jazzwares, and, you know, many toy companies have done video game properties, and some have been successful, some have not. But to me, I always wondered if the video game fan is the toy fan. Now I know there's some overlap, but a lot of video game fans I've found are more like the statue static kind of collectors, while there are action figure collectors. It's slightly different. But for those of you that play the you know, all the Zelda games, love this game, and have got this figure, like, do you love this figure? Like, is this figure the perfect iteration of Link? You know, for the Zelda games, is there something that this figure was missing? Like, this is the deluxe version, so it comes literally with everything. So this is like Marvel has their maximum legends. Like, is this the maximum Link? Like, if there's something that he doesn't have, like, let me know what he doesn't have. And like, is it something that, like, did they miss something? Like, let me know what you guys think of this figure and how it is, one, as a figure, and how it relates to the game. So I had fun going through it. Again, I don't play the game. I don't really know much about it, but I love toys. I love action figures. So I thought this was a very cool figure, well made. Definitely worth the $150. You know, I price is always that thing, that icky thing that, you know, it gets, you know, kind of torn apart and causes people to be divided about stuff, especially when a price is, you know, really not worth it. I think I look at it as like, I don't mind that I spent $150 on this. Now it's, you know, if it was higher than I'd be like, oh, okay. But, you know, this figure's like flawless. Like, you know, there was nothing about the figure that I was like, oh, why did they do that? Or they didn't do that. But like, he's great. Like, the detail's magnificent. And I think, you know, you have to be a really, really good figure, get a spot on my desk. And I think I'm going to have to make room for him because he is that good of a figure. So, but let me know what you guys think. So thanks for checking it out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. For all you Zelda fans and toy fans, let's all play nice in the comments and let me know what you think.
Did you rank it out of 10?
I didn't rank it out of 10. But if I had to give it a grade, like a 1 to 10, it's giving a figure a 10. I think I have to like love the property also. I mean, if I was doing just it straight as a figure and the offering and the price, I did say I didn't mind spending the $150. I think I love what it comes with. And because I don't know the game or play the games, I don't know if it's missing anything. But I would say it's a 10. as just the product and what it comes with and the price and how I feel about it, this is a 10. Now, again, if I had to like throw the property in there too, because I don't know the property, it would just drop it by a little. It's like a 9.5 because I'm just not familiar with things. So I can't say like, oh, this is this and this is my favorite weapon in the game, but it doesn't look exactly, or it's missing this or missing that. I can't tell that. So it's hard for me to give it. That's why it just drops below a 10. But this is, to me, this is just about a perfect figure. Actually, the figure of the product is perfect. I gave it a 10. So I'm sure this will go on my, I got to see when this came out, when I do my top 10 figures of 2025. I think right now this is number 1 because I don't see anything unseating this yet. But we'll see, because there's a lot of good stuff coming out. But I like him, so he's a 10.